Tracy with MeatRx. I'm a MeatRx coach, and I'm here today with Corrine. And she's going to tell us an amazing story, as an amazing success story with her German Shepherd, Tiber. I'm so excited to find out all the information about Tiber. How are you, Corrine? Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me. I can't wait to share our story.
Awesome. So, can you begin by telling me what was going on with Tiber before
Yes.
he was able to eat a meat-based diet?
Yes. So before she got sick, right around when she turned 6, and up until that point, she was eating the SAD diet, the standard American dog diet, and as well as I was. And she would eat the dry dog food and the store-bought dog treats and, your typical, dog diet. And everything was going fine, she was great. And then all of a sudden she started to get sick. She started not being able to keep her food down. She was getting lethargic. She didn't want to go for her walks. And we also actually noticed like a little mass or a little cyst kind of protruding out of her bottom. And she had a lot of diarrhea, and we thought maybe it was hemorrhoids or something because she had too much diarrhea. So we took her to the vet. And I have all the papers if you want me to show you those. I have all the records. So we took her to the vet on May 28th, just our local vet. And she took a look at the mass and she said, I don't think it's hemorrhoids, I think it might be cancer. And so she said, I'm going to send you to a specialist. We don't do that here. So let me send you to a specialist. And we did. We went down to see a specialist. And they agreed. They said, no, it's, we think it's cancer. So
was this in May 2019?
Yes, so it was in May of 2019. So they said they want to do a surgery, take out some of the cells and some of the mass and do a biopsy on it. And of course, we said yes, and they did the surgery the next day. And then about a week later, they called and said that they wanted me to come in to talk to me, so I knew that wasn't good. We went in and they said she had colon cancer. And they said it's pretty rare in dogs, and that they didn't have a lot of treatment for it because it wasn't really researched, because dogs don't usually get it. So there's not a lot of money thrown into researching it. Right. So they said that I only had 2 options. I could put her through another surgery where they would go in further and remove a more invasive surgery and try and get anything else that they could find, and then do radiation and chemo. Or we could, and that would probably give me about 12 months with her at best. But there was no curing it. It was going to come back no matter what. Even if I did the surgery and the radiation and the chemo, it was coming back. Or I could do nothing. And they said I had 2 to 5 months with her. And that was best with what they did. So I came back and I talked to my family about it. And we didn't really want to put her through that. Put her in the car and take her to treatments, and then she'd be sick, and what would her quality of life be? And put her through another surgery. I thought that was kind of selfish for us to get a few more months out of it, not really for her to, I said, I don't think that we want to do that. It'd be different if they could cure it. If they said, hey, we're going to do it, and then she's going to be fine, then we would have jumped on board. But we said, no, we didn't really want to do that to her. So we opted to do nothing. And so we said, if she's only got 2 to 5 months, we're going to make it the best 2 to 5 months that she could possibly have. So we're going to give her everything. We're going to give her steak and bacon and chicken, and no more dog food. We threw dog food out. I threw all the dog treats out, and her treats became cheese and bacon instead of, those little bones and cookies. And every night we fed her like a queen, man. We're just giving her everything that she could possibly want. She was eating, all the best steaks and everything I could find. I'm like, I'm just going to make it the best for her. And
at this time, you didn't really realize that it was an actual carnivore diet?
No, at this point, I'd never heard of the carnivore diet. At this point, I didn't know anything about it. So it just kind of happened, as, just trying to spoil her, really, is how we stumbled onto it. And then the craziest thing happened. She started getting better. Her bowel movements cleared up. She started taking walks again. Her energy just like exploded. She stopped throwing up. It was like she just became like a different dog.
Wow.
You know, we were just puzzled by it because, you know, here we just thought that, you know, she's going to keep getting worse. They said she's going to get sicker, and, you know, it's her quality of life is just going to start going downhill from, you know, the day that we had that oncology appointment. And it's the opposite. And I was joking to my husband, and I said, oh my God, it's like she's getting better. I said, you know, if I ever get cancer, I'm going to start eating the way she's eating because, you know, it's making her just like come alive again. And then I started thinking, like, why in the world would I wait till I got cancer to try the diet, right? So, but then I started getting curious. Then I started looking into it. I started going online and researching and trying to figure out if it was helping her. And I started reading, you know, Dr. Baker's, you know, podcasts and the books and the website. And then I started looking at Paul Saladino and his stuff and his research. And I just became obsessed. You know, I was reading all these articles and like, transformations on the website, and I was like, I think that it is working. You know, it's like, I think it's actually what's helping her. And so I kept taking her back to the vet every 3 months, and they kept, number one, telling me they couldn't believe she was still with us. They were completely shocked. And number two, they kept trying to put her back on dog food. It was so crazy. They kept saying, you know, oh, she's not getting enough nutrients from the dry, you know, from the meat. You know, you really got to put her back on the nutritional dense dog food that she was on. And I would always, and I like my vet. I think they're great. I think they're just telling me what they're taught, you know, in veterinarian school. I guess I don't think they are trying to purposely tell me bad information. But I couldn't reconcile what they were telling me versus what I was seeing in her. And I would be like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to keep doing what's been working. You know, why would I change it? And it's been 16 months now. You wouldn't even know she was sick if you didn't know better. She takes her walks. She has no problem keeping her food down. Her energy is just great. She's showing no signs so far of, you know, her life, you know, her quality of life going down. It just keeps going up. And it's just, you know, and then I think I told you before, I started doing it. I started eating that way too. I'm like, well, if it's going to work for her, you know, I'm going to do it with her. We'll do it together. So we did it together. We eat almost the same thing every day. You know, I make whatever I make for myself, I make for her. And I feel great too. I have like tons of energy. I'm starting to lose weight. I sleep better. And, you know, it's just like we're on this little journey together.
That's incredible. So what in the dog food are they thinking that she needs that she's not getting from meat? Did they even say what it was? Or
go into detail? She just said that she didn't feel like Tiber was getting enough nutrients in just the meat diet. And then I should put her back on the dry dog food. And I just walk out and I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'm like, why would I do that? Doesn't make any sense. And
yeah.
I don't think she needs to be, you know, giving me bad advice. I'm sure stuff like that. That's just what she was taught, I guess. But it's just mind-boggling because I'm like, you look at her and you think, well, why would I change anything?
Mm-hmm. Right. That makes all the sense in the world. And then you're doing it now too. And how long have you been doing the diet?
My 8th week of doing it, and I am doing just same as her. We do a lot of beef. That's most of the time we have beef. For lunches, we both don't have breakfast. I don't have breakfast. She doesn't have breakfast. We both have lunch together. I usually do burgers or steaks or any kind of red meat that I can find at the store. And then at dinner, we're a little bit more flexible because my husband won't just eat, you know, just the steaks or the beef. So we'll do some chicken. We'll do some pork. We'll do, you know, just, I guess we'll do chicken, we'll do pork, we'll do beef, and she eats whatever we're having for dinner too. So, and then I'll make him, you know, he's not doing it yet, so I'll make him some of the side dishes or whatever, but he's the only one eating that.
That's so awesome. I love hearing this story. Did you ever get any more tests? Did they check to see yet about the cancer at all?
So the only thing that my vet does, I stopped taking her back to the oncologist doctor. He's like 2 hours away from my house, and I don't want to take her back there. But my vet, every time I take her, they do an internal exam. And they haven't found anything, nothing's grown back so far. So I'm not a doctor. I can't say it cured it, but if you connect the dots, I mean, it's kind of mind-boggling and crazy that she's doing so well on it. So I think I want to tell anybody to at least try it. If that happens to their pet, I would say, why not try it? Hope you get the same success that we've gotten. And again, she's 16 months in and not showing any signs whatsoever of slowing down.
And she wasn't supposed to be there with you only for 2 months?
5 months.
2 to 5. Oh, wow.
Yep. It's just so crazy. It's so wonderful. And that's why I wanted to write to you guys, because I just said to myself, if you give somebody else a chance to get more time with their pet, and even themselves, I think it's so worth trying. And I'm so glad I accidentally found it. And now I'm obsessed with the community. I think everybody's so wonderful. And I read every morning when I wake up. I'm constantly still reading and still trying to perfect it myself. And like I said on my one article, I want to write it and be the next success story. I want to come back to you guys in 6 months and us both be doing great,
Oh, we'd love to have you come back and tell us how everything's going. Can we see Tiber?
Sure. Tiber, come here. Hang around. Chair out of the way. Say hi. Did you say hi?
She's beautiful.
She's being a good girl. She's great. She's right next to me like always.
She's your best friend, right?
She is. I worked from home before COVID even started, so I've always worked from home. And for 7 years, she's been by my side every day. We worked together, and I was so heartbroken when they told us that she wasn't going to be around long, and I cried. And another thing, I was so mad that wasted so much time crying, thinking that she wasn't going to be here. And it was all a waste, because she's still here and she's still doing great, and I just wasted all those tears.
I understand. It's such a, I don't know, everyone loves their pets so much, and it's so important.
It is.
This is going to help a lot of people with their pets, especially, if there's something going on, they should give this a try. And so you don't feed her raw meat or anything. How about organs? Do you feed any organ meat?
Yeah, she likes liver. That's the organ meat she'll eat, but she will eat that. And I eat that too. And she loves that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we just totally took her off all the store-bought dog treats. Just get any more dog treats. She'll get cheese or bacon or something, more meat as a treat. And it's just been a miracle. I call her my little miracle baby,
Absolutely. Wow. She's so special.
She is. She is. She's something else.
Yeah. And I'm sorry?
And she got me into it. So it's, I helped her, and then in turn, I think she's helping me. So,
Yes.
I may have never found the diet if it wasn't for her.
Right. That's so awesome. Oh, I definitely want to follow up with you sometime and let me know when you're ready to share some more. And I'm so happy for you and thankful that everything's going well for both of you.
Thank you.
So have you talked to anyone else about their pets, one-on-one?
Everybody I talk to, anybody I see, and a lot of neighbors have asked me, because a lot of neighbors knew I walk her every day. Since day one, we walk every single day together. And I run into my neighbors all the time outside walking, especially now everyone's out trying to get exercise with COVID. And I told them, when I would see them, that would happen to, she was sick and what the doctor said. And they're all like, they still see her every day. She's still walking, and they're like, wow, this is crazy. So I try and tell everybody that I see about it, just in case it ever affects them and they want to at least try it,
Oh, absolutely. How old is she now?
So her birthday is next week, and she is turning 7.
Oh, awesome. So you'll have maybe a steak birthday party.
Exactly. I don't give her anything else, so it's going to have to be me. No ice cream or anything, no nothing.
Right. Well, thank you so much, Corinne, for sharing this story about your beautiful German Shepherd. She's gorgeous.
Oh, thank you. I'm just,
Welcome.
if we can help anybody else, at least try it. I say it's worth it, for yourself and for your pets.
Yeah.
Trying it, you might get amazing results like we did.
Yeah. Awesome. Thanks so much.
Sure.
Bye-bye.
Bye.